Hey guys and gals, here we have the last building guide for the City Center by Lego City. This is set number 60380, contains 2010 bricks. And we have bags 16 through 18 left. And yeah, we'll be starting here. And we have one small foil sticker remaining. So, hope I didn't forget something. And well, let's build it. Let's start with bag 16, and I got to move all this out of the way here. And I want to hurry up and get this done so I can focus in on doing doing some more interesting stuff than the usual here. And let's focus that in for you. There you go. And yeah, I don't like doing these big, large sets. They're fun to build, but not fun to do in terms of getting them done on a deadline. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag both of these out now. And the thing that just fell on the floor. And I am literally tripping over Lego sets. Like, you cannot believe on how much stuff that I got in here. It's not mocks, not tutorials. It's pure sets. So let's see if I can find bag. Oh, that's 18. I need 16. Yeah. Okay. No matter how much I prepare, I don't prepare enough. And this container here, obviously, you can tell what's peeking through that. And I don't want to ruin my containers, if these were given to me for free. And that brick was sure kind of biting into that there. Well, this one here's got some nice lime green. Okay, I got 16. That's how I did it. That's how I did it back in the very old days. Until I started numbering things. And so today, essentially, let's wrap it up. We're going to do a quick tour, and then I'm going to do my notes. And then I'm going to start doing the actual filming on another channel, on the main channel. And yeah, so we got to do our minifigures and stuff first. Start pulling all the parts out for that. And honestly, I'm kind of pooped out of building Lego sets because it's like one after another. It's not like how when I do the tutorials where I can film one and then I got to write up the building guide and stuff and that kind of thing. Well, let me zoom in for you here because we'll be right in this corner here. After a while doing the same stuff gets kind of weird. So today is going to be the last part I'm going to be doing. Like we did that earlier today. Well, today we're going to be doing this. Trying to find the pants for her, and they are, I think they're tan. There they are. So she's got a little carrying case, and these are pretty new, like a little piece of luggage. And once I fold this, that's it. I will never unfold this again. So there we go. And the handle's not quite centered. Let's see if I can get that in her hand there. There we go. Wow, that doesn't work too well. Well, they show it like this on her. I'll show you in the manual. They got it like that. And yeah, that's pretty much how they did it. And they have that behind her like this. It's got wheels on the bottom too, so I'm taking it this is probably just a decoration piece. Okay, now we can get to the more important stuff here. The big stuff. The stuff that most people don't care about. And yeah, so I hate worse, when somebody spies on you and stuff like that and notices you made a change on something, and which is a change that never happened. Last time I changed my name on YouTube was well over 12 years ago. So I don't know, is somebody told on me or what? wasn't anything leak related. But the Lego Ambassador Network checks up on you, on what you do. You know, something I don't do, especially even with employees. I checked up on the you know, on a project or something, on the status of a project, but I never check up what they do. And, well, they noticed my name on my main channel is, you know, of course, Jaystifer, and they want me to name my community after me, which sounds kind of being self-centered in a way, you know, and I don't want to do that. I wanted to keep it Let's Build It because eventually that's what this channel is going to be called. And they're going to be in a rude awakening when I move everything over to here. And if you hear any random noise in the background, just ignore it. You know, I'm kind of, that's a whole nother drama story in itself. But more important things that they, somebody or they noticed that I had my name on here. Oh, we noticed you changed your name. We want you to change your name on here to that too. And I'm like, why? And I didn't like the fact that that's what they want me to name the community after me. Oh, yippee. It's like my Discord server. It's Let's Build It. That's eventually what it's going to be. So, and I'm not going to change my name on YouTube because it's already been verified. So I don't want to do that. So what do? Well, you know, I mean, I have an admin friend that could easily verify it back for me, but I'm not going to go through that rickin' and rollin'. So what I'm going to do is keep the Jaystifer name and have to name the community after me. Isn't that fun? Something I don't want to do, but I have to do it. And I looked on my, you know, the statistics page on YouTube. I usually don't do that, but I had to just to find out. And yeah, I looked at the message and what time, and within like 10 minutes they contacted me after they saw my profile. So I think somebody was telling on me. Or somebody had noticed that. And for me personally, I don't tattle on people or anything like that. But some people do that. I don't know why. And I just thought, well, okay, fine. I'll just change it and have to explain to my community it's all about me now. I don't know why. And they get mad at me for saying it on here. Well, so be it. I wanted the community to be everybody, you know, not just focused on, they're focused on me. You know, so I have to be one of those self-centered, entitled people and center everything around me, I guess. So, that having been said, that's kind of already ruffled up my feathers a little bit for the week. And when I came up with the Jaystifer name, actually it was a friend of mine on another website, and we were just kind of messing around with names I should name. And before that, it was not meant to be Lego related by any means. It was just something I was going to do. Just why don't you just call yourself Jaystifer? It makes sense because I would just go by the name of Jay, and I just thought everybody thought that was kind of lame. And I was like, well, I don't know. And it started growing on me. I said, okay, yeah, sure. And I just kind of named it like that and made a YouTube channel up and started kind of doing the whole like vlogging and stuff back in the day. My main channel just had vlogging on it, like what I'm doing here, but no building. I would just sit and just get on video and just talk. Well, that's some kind of a goofy fan. I ought to use one of those round bases at the bottom there. I mean, look at that. And that's what I did, and it's where the origins of that came from. It was not planned or anything. So, yep. So I'm still going to keep this channel as Let's Build It. And then for my profile picture, they want me to kind of change it around. And I have a picture of myself on my main I don't have a logo or anything. I mean, I have a logo, but, you know, I wanted to keep that more as a personal, informal channel. Well, no, I can't. So, yeah. I hate to think this is the hotel room. We got a towel hanging here from the wall. I'm assuming that's what that is. But yeah, that's my little rant for the day. Janet would probably be happy about that. And I thought, well, I'm not happy about the story, but when I was told that I had to change that around, and I thought, well, what can you do? I got to make 2 of these here. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to do it. Now, if they asked me to put my real name all over that, I would have told them something very colorful. Because that's at that point it gets to be to that point of being privacy and stuff. And that's the thing, though, you know, especially where I'm at, you know, freedoms are being slowly taken away from us and stuff like that. And here in the States, it's slowly happening, and it's not going to be for long before I'm told to get up and do stuff at a certain time. Make 2 of these. Oh, there's more that goes on there, huh? I don't know what these are for. Oh, these must be planters for outside. And yes, the profile bricks are going to be facing inside. All right, let's just do that real quick here. So, you know, I kind of want to make a community not named after me. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that and stuff like that where it's all me, 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 me. I had a college professor that did that. Everything was about her. In a professional setting, which I never understood. And it was me, 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 me. When she'd always talk, it was like I, me, I, me, I, me, never we. We all did work in the class, it was all her. That's like, I swore I'd never be that kind of a person. But unfortunately, I guess I'm being forced to. Yeah. Yeah, that's the rant for the day, folks. And, you know, Lego, instead of worrying about my username on YouTube, why don't you stop sending me shit that's scratched, you know? I mean, really, I'm being serious here. I'm not trying to be a turd about it, but I'm kind of getting tired of all the parts being just torn up in here. I even did a video on it, too. And yeah, I think the set's going to retail probably for $200. For $200, you shouldn't get anything scratched. I'm the one that should be scratching it up. For those who are not used to hearing me cuss, well, after a while, you get tired of being backed in a corner, told what to do and what not to do. Well, this is kind of flimsy, but I'm sure we're going to strengthen that up. Yeah, oh, okay, I see where the last sticker's going to go, and it's going to go on this, but that might be the one and only sticker I may keep on this set. It's that foil sticker. And they do sell silver metallic or maybe ink silver plates. So what I'm thinking of doing is buying a couple of those and using them for mirrors. Must be a sink or something. I don't know what this is here. They have a radiator grill in the middle. And then they have this faucet here, and that is in silver metallic. The faucet's not. We're still waiting for these to be in silver metallic. Okay. Well, Jay, you got to be careful. Lego may watch these. Oh, they do. I'm going to let them know it. This is my rant sessions here. I rant while I'm building and stuff, you know, or some things may pop in my mind. Like, you know, I don't want to be told what I can and can't do. Once they start telling me to start scripting all these, I'll just stop making videos. on doing this type of stuff. Okay, well, let's put a sticker on that real quick here. And it's one of these full ones. It's sticker number 18. It's the last one. And putting round stuff on round things is kind of hard. But I don't know how I managed to do that. It's got one little air bubble in there. Let's see if I can get that air bubble out there. There we go. I almost got it to the edge there. Yeah, probably doing more damage than I'm good. Oh, that's good enough for me. And yeah, they used to sell metallic pieces years ago. They just don't anymore. Also, another way to do is take a needle and just poke a tiny little hole in there and just do that. So obviously we know what this is going to be, is the bathroom. This is probably the little modern hotel room. Goes like that. And yeah, so I'll have to change my name, but I'm changing it on their thing, and I'm just going to keep it Jaystifer. Here it's still going to be that. You guys are still going to be my community, or our community. My mind's already getting set to that already, and that's how it is. I just don't want to be known for that. Wow, this is a shower stall here. And that's why I wanted to buy these years ago, because of this. Because they look like little shower heads. Well, there you go. And two, that's a little tiny shower there of only 2 stalls, and it's open right here, so you know how that's not going to be too pleasant. You take a shower and everybody's going to see you. Okay. Yeah, but more and more I think somebody snitched on me on something, like, oh, how is this guy in here? His community name is different, but the URL still the same. I used the static URL. I never used the dynamic one. You know, because that one, dynamic changes, static doesn't. I was even told by a YouTube rep that they will not change those. Only unless I change it. Well, I won't change any of that, and that's a toilet there. Oh, they use that as the base, too. That's not a bad idea there. Be great for RVs. All right. Well, Jay, why don't you just give them the middle finger and be done with it? Yeah, well, I'm not going to be that mean, but... Ooh. But I'm like, well, I'm just going to do it anyway, since I worked hard to get in that. If once it starts getting pretty brutal, that's it. But it's like, I don't want to change my name on that. When I read the message and looked at my statistics, and I thought, oh... I mean, I don't even have it. And guys and gals, that's the thing, though. There's one thing I don't do is I don't really like using the analytics on YouTube like that. But something in my gut was like, I have to look. And then when I saw that I had a message coming from, at the same time, from Denmark, I was like, well, somebody's watching me. There's that one song that somebody's watching you, that 80s song. That's what played in my head. That's like, uh-oh, gotta be careful. And it's bad that TikTok's getting banned out everywhere and everything else is going on, and you're told what kind of car you can drive and stuff. It'll be for long before they tell me what Lego creations I can build. Alright. Now, I think we're done with the rants now. So, I got to put disclaimers in this, too, about rants. I haven't had an issue yet on here about ranting. On my main channel, I have, so I don't do them on there anymore. But anyways, though, we're going to get back to the build here. I just thought that was something to share with you. Unless you see some names being changed, you don't get alarmed or anything. So, I'll let you know. Not something I want to do. I'm going to have to do it. Oh, wait a minute, this tile doesn't go here. And I'd use these too. I'm using these more for attaching floors and stuff. And that's it. We're not done yet. Well, Jay, you don't have to do what they tell you. Yeah, you may have to. You know, they may say, well, we're going to remove you if you don't change it. Remember I told you the story about the Discord server that they wanted everybody to use their names and their addresses on there. That's not a red flag. I don't know what else to say. So that's when I said, oh, we got to make 2 of those. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. That's my mistake. I wasn't paying attention. But I saw that and I thought, I think somebody told on me. Because I've been commenting a lot on their thing. So I think somebody had snitched on me. I didn't know I didn't know that was a rule. You know, it's still one of those implied rules. That's like something you'd see like on a boat or an RV or something. Now, where does that go? Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too bad. So what they did here is they kind of wrapped around it like this. So it makes it look a little bit more modern. Make a whole entire an apartment complex like that'd be cool. Yeah, too bad we don't have nothing we could set in there like a round brick or something. Or something that's transparent blue. And that's it for bag 16. Didn't take too long to do that one, huh? How long did it take us to do that? With the rants, 21 minutes, 22 minutes, not too bad. Okay, and it goes up here. Let me do that real quick because, like I said, this bench is getting slow, and this is the workbench. Guys in the community call it a Lego table. I call it a workbench. Well, let me get that out. I don't need that getting crunched, and I have to put that back together, and there's already parts falling off of it. Alrighty. So this goes right up here. So far, everything in here is pretty much isolated. So I'm going to say when I do the review, it's a family build. That is more important. Is that supposed to be like that? No. Yeah, I don't know. And that one's correct. Okay, so that's what it is there. And now let's move on. Okay, now we are going to focus on bag 17. Just to show you, it was in a bag at one time, but now I removed the bag. And yeah, let's see here. And we need, oh, this one doesn't need any bulk pieces. I still got one more of those plates and that rubbery string thing. I bet it goes on the other side of that one room. This one doesn't look too scary. Oh, that's right, we have a door over there off that little hotel room, huh? So, how does one get up there? I don't know. Maybe you have to have wings to fly to get in there. We don't know yet. And there's no minifigures. But I know one thing. I'm going to order some of these pieces here, these leafy pieces. Okay. Yeah, so if you're getting this set, here's the thing you have to note is that this would still be a really good set for a family build. So if you're thinking about getting it, spend time with your kids or with another, or your partner or whoever that likes doing Lego. This right here may be the thing for you here. You know, so I would say that. Yep, and you need this. Excuse me. Not a bad idea using those for railings for a building. They do have round ones too, so you could probably go around some soft corners. It's too tall to be used as a guardrail for a freeway, but Here's a piece here that's pretty unique. It almost looks like a frame, but this is a 1x2 by 1 2/3 frame with a cross brace in it, with a little bracket. So there's 6 of those. I saw those and thought, yes, we're finally getting different types of windows. No, I mean, they work good for this too. So it makes a nice little fence. And they're right in the center too. You can't put glass or anything in there. And I thought, yeah, well, wish I had a complete cross in there. Would have been better. Trying not to yawn, but right now I am swamped with sending files up on YouTube. I just got done editing part 1, and it still is rendering up now, and I'm sending up some stuff. For those who don't know, I'm slowly removing the reviews on the main channel, putting all the reviews here. Eventually this is going to be the review type. You know, just build and vlog and talk and put my audience to sleep. And I'm missing one more of these here. Little studs. And that color is not something I have a lot of in my inventory. So if I remember, we're missing that one piece. So I'll have to check the floor. That one piece we had, I think, in bag 2 or something. That little round 2x2 tile with the stud. But there's one here. That could be it. Alright, so we got a lounger in here. And there's some good stuff in here, but like I said though, I think what I'm going to be focusing more on reviews is playability and family collaboration or collaborative builds, you know. And a lot of guys on YouTube, they're focused on one thing, is how much the set is going to be worth in 10 years. You know, I mean, I don't think this is going to be worth a whole lot, but for me, it's worth. If it means I can hang out with my son or daughter doing this, it's worth a lot. That lounger goes right there. Well, at least you got that nice guardrail. You won't fall off if you take a snooze on that, huh? Okay, I got 3 of these, and I only have 2 of these little things here. Alrighty. Oh, yawn monster, and it's the daytime too, well, the evening time. We got ourselves a little cocktail right here, or a drink. And then looking for 2 reddish brown candlesticks. Some people now are like, well, this is not really considered Lego. You don't have the studs on them and stuff. And, you know this is not really considered Lego bricks. Yeah, it is. What is this, some kind of a fan? So you stick these on here like this, but in the book, it looks like a fan. But I am going to order a bunch of these. These are a part here that I could use. I'll have to find a use for them. I think there's only 7 that come in this whole set. 7 or 8 of these. So I'm going to order a bunch here. First, I got to change my name. Yeah, more and more. I've been in that ambassador thing for like almost 2 years. So Maybe somebody snitched on me. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be like a palm tree, and it sits in here. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Okay, well, that part is essentially done, and it goes up on there. What we're going to do, we're going to put all these on when we're done. So I don't have to keep switching the camera around and making everybody sick. So we're going to do them all first, and then we're going to attach them to the main model. And, yeah. This one here kind of looks, I don't know what that is there. Well, we're halfway through the book. Yeah, so, well, we obviously know now this is going to be the wind turbine area. Make 2 of these. Yeah, for the most part, though, like I said, the build is just kind of, I don't know, just kind of looks kind of junky. But the build experience is pretty good. It's a collaborative build, and it is playable. So I don't grade on, here's the thing, some people grade on what it looks like. I don't. Because my vision of something is going to be different than somebody else, what they see. Okay, for me, I just don't like it. But so far, the set's been dinged down to an 8, all into the fact that we had the issue with the sticker and the pieces were scratched. And I said in the last installment that I'm grading on, you know, product quality now. I mean, I don't expect this to come in mint condition, parts individually packaged and stuff like that. But, you know, if it's a set like this that costs a lot of money, yeah, it should not ever be in that condition unless it's pre-owned. And I don't think Lego does that when they fabricate parts. But you got to remember, though, and this is something else I have to remember, this is a toy. It's going to get banged and dinged up. But for some of us guys, I'm not one of them, but the glass stuff I'm really kind of heavy on, is that I want this stuff to be in mint condition because I use it for other things. And these little pieces right here, it's like a squash 1x1 brick. It's rounded on the back side, but then you have the stud here. This is a handy little brick. They want me to stick this here. Kind of a funky thing, huh? Yeah, so now the review process now will involve in what condition did the set come in? Was it packed good? Was it sloppy? You know, now I'm going hardcore on it now. But my main goal of the reviews is, the main focus is playability. Is it easy to follow? And is it a collaborative build? Because a lot more people want to spend time with their kids. This is one way of doing it. Or even spend time with their loved ones too. And that's the things I'm going to be focusing on. A lot of the guys, they just focus on the value, what it's going to be worth. To me, if I had a son or a daughter and he or she liked this stuff, this right here would be worth a lot more, because I get to spend time with my kids doing this. You see what I mean? So, I mean, Lego, I mean, like I said, this is not really something I would think it's the best build, but if it's collaborative, that's a plus in my book. Because that means you can cut down the screen time and your kids can all participate in this build. So let's say you have 3 kids, there's 18 builds, they can just all divide it up, divvy it up. So I would say that this set here, the way it's partitioned, is an A+, from what I can tell. And I don't count the miscellaneous bags because they're just miscellaneous at this point. I put that in the wrong area. But hope we're going to strengthen that up there. Now, for, you know, guys like myself who are single, this doesn't do us any good. If I had kids, though, it'd be fun to do this. I'm not going to get into that whole story, but okay. And then the next thing is we got these stud things going on here. They just go on here. It's a good smart way of locking all that together. Just be careful because see right here I'm mushing that in. It's not solid in that crack. So you got to be very careful here, but basically we just really majorly locked all these together. So now it won't split apart. It was flimsy at first until you did that. Alrighty. I have a bunch of these but in black. And they just shove them on there, right in the center like that. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you couldn't see it. That's how it went on. And yeah, so that's not too bad. That's pretty cool. And there's two of them you got to put on there too. So it just snaps on with a clip and this right here. And then you just stick it on there. Try to get them centered up. There you go. Somebody with asthma too can do that. It's pretty cool. It means you can do it easily. And then that's it. Set that over there. We'll come back in and we'll put those all on there. That means we have one more bag after this. I'm missing one floor after this whole thing. So, remember the other day I was talking about I'm done with doing all the review or the tutorials and stuff. I'm not quite done yet. I'm working on most of I'm working on the building guides now, and for the campground thing, I have a snapshot, but I'm also preserving it in stud. So what does that mean is that it'd be easier to put these on first like that. In the book, they show you this goes in there first, but I'll show you. I said I was going to get it done. Well, I'm getting it done now. See, they have you put that in there first, then put it in there. Don't do that. It'd be very tough to put that in. I'm going to do it like this first and set the stick in there. And there you go. There's your panels, and I think that's it. Okay. Now we got to put these three items on the top up there. But we have a bunch of hollow studs. Where did those come from? Oh, I made a mistake here. I've got to go back to the first one. These here are supposed to have the studs on the bottom. So let's correct that real quick. Yeah, so for the most part though, except for that mistake there that I made, it's not a bad build. And there's always been a question, hey, I have extra parts, what do I do? Just have to backtrack. If you got brown pieces and it's like, well, there's an area here that uses brown, chances are it's going to go there. And there you go. And then that will be it. Now that's what we have remaining. Not bad. And let's go ahead and let's put that on the top here. Now we're focusing on one corner now. Okay. Right There's where we're going to be focusing, right there. Okay. All right, so this piece here goes up here. What would I be, about 18 inches tall, 20 inches tall from the tallest point? Not too bad. This one goes here. And remember that hotel room? Boy, that's sure binding up. What the heck's going on here? There we go. I don't have this on a turntable, but this works just as good. And then the solar panel stuff goes right here, so at least it's got a roof. There we go. And that's it. And the last thing is right here. There's a floor that goes on this building here. So now I got to come in here and build that last section. And that, let me get this thing here set up to where I can move it. There we go. And that's what we'll be focusing on now. All right. Yes, it says 1, but we're on 18. See? Told you. And there we go. Yeah, I see a minifigure in there, so they obviously had to sneak one in on us. I'm like, oh, Jay, we thought we wanted to make it hard for you, so you'll need these 2 items here. So that takes, bag 18 will wrap up the bulk bin real quick. And this one here's got some, the minifigure in this one's got a nice torso too. Now we gotta find it. So we're missing one more thing left. And that's a nice wig there. We'll take a closer look at that because it'd be easier if it's on the minifigure. We got a single-sided head. Obviously this is a child. And the pants are dark blue. And yeah, so basically I'm going to try to get this whole set done here by tonight. I don't know if this is going to be posted Sunday or not, but I'm going to try to get it done. If not, then I'll have to do that. And I mean, it looks like he's got spiky curly hair, or maybe that's a taper curly hair. I don't know what that is, but one thing I have to like about Lego, though, they're getting more of these realistic wigs, like modern hairstyles. Not the center part for the women and the side part for the men. So I'm probably hoping that will come out in different colors so I can collect a few of those. Okay. Now, we got printed records in here too. So I wonder what we're doing. Okay, and this is the last of it here. Not too bad. We're going to try to get through this real quick because I got a bunch of things that I want to get going here. And my video is still processing. And I'm uploading 2 things now at the same time. Big files. And I got to see if I can set up that 4K camera and try to do one of these in here and see how well it performs. I know it takes a lot more space on videos, but I'm going to do a 4K build and see how it is. I'm going to do a short build. And I may do it on the main channel just to kind of see. And yeah. This looks like this is more of a patio area, huh? And the windows are actually supposed to face where the flat side is inside. So it looks more modern. And I always get this question, you know, why don't I do modern Lego houses and stuff? Because that style of build just doesn't appeal to me. I just don't like it. I don't like the modern stuff. I don't like modern, boring, white and gray builds. It's just boring. Like this thing here is all colorful. You know what I mean? I like the colorful stuff. If I want to build white, plain, and boring, I build my house. But even it would still look better than just something modern. Because my house is just about getting close to 100 years old. No, it was built in the 60s, so not quite yet. It's older than I am, though. Right, what in the heck are we building here? All right, so we got some of these nice jumper plates here that are transparent. We get a transparent orange and transparent blue. We're putting these down here. I thought maybe we're going to be using them for a pool or something, but it's hard to say what we're doing here. With the records, though, I kind of already get a hint that he's probably a musician or he's a DJ. I thought we already had one in here. And if that's the case, then this is probably the disco floor. As a matter of fact, if I can get these in different colors, recreate that scene that they had in that movie Grease. That disco floor. I know I did. I've only watched that movie once. It didn't have enough action in it for me. I like those action-packed films where, you know, it's just I can't get into those lovey-dovey type things. Drama. Depends on what kind of dramas they are, but definitely not those. Well, we have the blonde girl walking on this one. I did write up a temporary thing on how to do the little progress bar, so I could do that on mine. I gotta think of something. Maybe just have Jay the Surfer walk. I don't want to copy Lego's idea. Plus, that would be helpful on a digital manual. Paper is a little different. Yeah, so that's pretty much what this is. It's like a dance floor. I like the metallic too because it gives you a little bit more depth. And so the last part is not a build like a room. It's like a balcony, like a rooftop. So yes, this is going to be, I think, whatever child gets this set, he or she's going to be very happy with this. This is something you can probably have fun with. It's entertaining. It's got the road plate, so you can splice on them with other roads. So this is obviously going to be compatible with a lot of stuff. So I don't think this is going to be a flop by any means. And that's exactly what this is a mixing table. And it's not your classic DJ table. This is, I'm hoping they'll have these on sale on Pick-a-Brick or even Bricklink. I'm going to get a couple more of those little records. Those are cool. And they're printed too. So I'm definitely going to scarf those up. And I don't mind paying a pretty penny. I wish the whole set though was printed. And here we got the mixing thing. It looks like we just used two. All right, we have two of these here. I guess we're using these for the knobs. There was a guy I used to watch on the old website that I used to be on, and he used to do a lot of the DJ mixing and stuff, like dubstep and the party mixes. And I'm like, man, I wish I had the ear for that, but I don't. I can see Lego builds in my mind, but doing the mixing would be a whole different issue. I mean, look at that. That looks really good. That right there, you could extract that and put it inside of your nightclub if you wish. So that right there would be a build right there worth just snagging for your own personal builds right there. And so how am I going to film this is I'm going to film the review first. Then I'm going to work my way back. Film the review. We'll do the close-up, the 360 spin, then we'll do the minifigures last. It's easy doing it that way. Which, hey, why don't you just take these ideas and make tutorials on them? Well, that'd be kind of stealing someone else's work. technically it wouldn't be a tutorial, just be a mock. It'd be an alternative build or an enhancement, more like an inspiration. I very seldom will ever do that. Alrighty. And this is the speaker here. We're only building one, so this is the one speaker DJ mixing floor. You're not going to get any stereophonic sound out of that. That's kind of lame, Lego. I mean, I was expecting it to be like a 20 speakers and a lighted up disco floor and all that stuff. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I messed up. This is going to go in here. This one goes here. Maybe there is another one, because there's parts to make another one there. Those are not bad little speakers. Even the top has been beveled off and everything. So I'm assuming there's more to it than that. Boy, this is going to be outside. It's going to keep up the lady in her hotel room, or whoever that is. The hotel room with the exposed shower. Yeah, we're building another speaker. That it was a mirror. It's been mirrored. I'm just going to slap it all on there now. So what I'm planning on doing is making sure I'm still recording here, is just to get the review done, and then that's it. I got a couple of GWPs I got to do, gift with purchase offers, and then that's it. That's not too bad. And then the last thing is the lights. You remember I was doing that before? So we found out, like, I think it was in the first installment, is the easiest way to do that is just to make the lights first. So I need to make 4 of each. And it's missing one in the middle, so I think the middle one is supposed to just connect to that part there. So I'll start building these up. Well, I don't know how rare those are. I don't think I have a lot of transparent green, light green studs in my collection. Matter of fact, I did find in my shop, I have a can that is unopened of lead base enamel white paint to put on here. I may use that. Smooth the bejeebus out of this and put that on there. Well, Jay, if it's lead base, aren't you going to get sick? That's only if you eat it. You can always spray. I can always spray a thing of clear coat on it. It'd be a really hard finish in this water-based polyurethane, whatever. Okay, now we got to put these on there, and it looks like we're shoving them down like that. So I need to keep these like this. Oh, wait a minute! The last time we did this, I put it on here first. So let's shove these on here, and I'm going to do it like this first, like that. And then I'm just going to do this middle guy here. And now it's easy to put the lights on. All right, so we started with the purple here, and then the alternate. See, it's a little easier to do that, and if you make a mistake, you could readjust if you need to. We'll plop those right in there. See, it's a lot easier doing it while it's on here. On there, they tell you not to do that. But here, if I don't like the way something is sitting, I can remanipulate it. Now I got that on there. Okay, and then the next one after that would be here. So if it looks like they're kind of weird, I'm not looking for them to be 100% perfect. See, essentially, I could do this as the full-blown review, and that's it. Off the whole build. And that's all we have remaining there. And that is it. So, when I'm done with this, we're just going to do the exploded review. And that's right there it. So I don't think the minifigures necessarily go with each piece. I think you're just supposed to mix and match. So I don't think this young gentleman is the DJ, although there is kids that do that. And now we're going to come back over here and we're going to shove this here, and then I'll change angles and we'll go and do the whole dime tour and we'll set it up. I got to set it up for a thumbnail anyways. And yeah, this is probably one of those sets. It's going to be a turd to move around. You can hear it just hitting the wall and stuff. It's pretty big. This is not something you want to fall. All right, so let me back everything up here, and then we will start on the review of this. And I'm not going to just shut the recording off. I'm going to leave it as is. And this set is so big, maybe I'll have to bring out the 4K jobby, because this is not going to be one that I can easily film here. And, alright, well, things are going to have to fall. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't have a lot of space here to move. What if I just come in here and just... Okay, that thing is heavy. Okay. Whew! Yeah, getting that on there was not too easy. Oh, see, this is coming apart. All this is meant to be flaky. So I'd say the build quality on this, despite of what it is average. It's big, but it's average. Build experience is pretty good. And yeah, let's get it all centered up here for you. And now I'm hitting the wall. So let's see here. Because when I do the close-up, I don't want to have to mess with it. It's like this thing's ready to fall off the table here. And don't worry, I'll fix the camera in a second. All right. So that's essentially what it is. Matter of fact, this set is so large that I have the camera about probably 6 feet away. And this is mostly just a vertical build, playable model. Remember, I'm staging it now for the actual review. So you get to watch the behind the scenes. These are like behind the scenes. All right, I gotta get behind the camera here. I can't see it. I'm looking at it from an angle and it's not doing me any good. And a lot of the guys with the big giant professional basements for Lego, and I'm doing mine out of a spare bedroom right now. But sure enough, I will be joining them shortly and have a professional Lego room. Okay, let me focus in here. And yeah, so I have a 4K camera that I may use for this shot here. As you can see, I got to get right in front of the camera to do this. Okay, I'm going to have to flip the viewfinder because I still got to use the viewfinder to see exactly what I'm looking at here. Get my bedside lamp ready to go. I haven't changed this setup in over 10 years. There's just no point. So, with all the figures that have fallen on the ground, you get plenty of figures. I'm not sure how many there are. We do get this vehicle here with the carrot top. We'll have to find that. And we do get minifigures. How many do we get? I don't know. I can count them on the box. So we got 1, and 2, and 3. We'll stage them here. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the accessories. 8 and 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Anything else am I missing in here? Yeah, you get rid of all the minifigures. It's not so junky now, huh? I know I'm going to have it all staged up when I do the review. So, you get the scooter and the helmet. I wish there was a way I can... You know what? To make this easier, I can't put that helmet on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of those extra studs in the bin, and I'm just going to stick a stud here, and then I'm going to put the helmet on the back. That'll take care of that right there. So I think we have 14 minifigures and stuff. So let's take a look at the build here. And you can see it's pretty big. It's right up to here. Okay. And, you know, this is fully playable, obviously. You have access to everything. You know, have access to these little dark rooms. It's pretty dark in here. No. And I'll save the close-up tour for everything else. And this, with these sticking out, you can tell this is meant to be rearranged and configured for other parts. I don't know if the manual talks about that. When my turntable's probably seen better days. Here, I need to re-grease it. But that's essentially what it is. Now, if this is $200 and I'm looking at it, you know, it does look like it is about $200. But just by looking at all this with the stickers and stuff, you know, I don't know, maybe 150 at the most is what I'm predicting, but I'm hoping it is under 200. And we get all the figures and stuff like that. So like this guy here is the, I believe that he's the barber. Or you can make these guys whoever you want. This one here is probably just a customer, so she's there. We got somebody with the broom, you know. And, you know, with this being a road, I was expecting more of a car than this little delivery van. And that's all you got for a car. And, well, y'all probably remember this thing, don't you? The, oh, I gotta be careful because those light poles are kind of dangerous. Okay, well that fits in there. So if you want to use one of my vehicles, that looks pretty good, but that looks pretty monstrous compared to the rest of the build. So just imagine one of my vehicles pulling in there, huh? You know, this was going to be used for the campground and decided not to use it. So that we're going to be taking apart because it has reddish brown. So quick synopsis. Here's a quick review. Play value, as you can see, you have access to everything. So this is playable. This is meant to be played with. This is not meant to sit on a shelf by any means. And the build experience is really good. And what I mean by really good is that, you know, we were talking about this. It's all broken down into modular form. That means that you can build with other members. This is meant to be a collaborative, fun build. Trying to think of anything else here, but it's just that. Build quality, well, it's a little different. Build quality is just, if you try picking this up, you know, I mean, look, it kind of bends and stuff, so you wouldn't want to pick this up. So once it's on something like this, and I don't and I can't stress this enough here. Buy a Lazy Susan, buy maybe a top to an old table. They do sell them at your local lumber stores, where it's just a round piece of wood. Put it on one of these. This is a piece of plywood that I cut. That was a pain to do, but I got it to cut and fit this. And you could set it on there, and if you have a young one who likes playing with this stuff, you could leave it on the table, and he or she can just do this. So I can't stress it enough. Get a turntable for these larger builds. Even the smaller ones, they work good too. So it's not that strong to move around. This is meant to be reconfigured, so it's got a lot of play value. City drop-in value, I mean, I'm going to be blunt honest. There's some good ideas in here. But it looks like a hodgepodge full of small little city builds. So I can't see this being put in a city by any means. It needs a lot of work. This angle looks pretty good. Okay? And this right here doesn't look too bad. But look back here. I would have to finish this off here. And finish this off. To make this even work. So, I don't know. And then for mock value, here's the deal. There's a lot of good ideas here, like this chain fencing here. This Lego brick's a pretty good idea. Surprised they didn't stick a Duplo plate in there, would have been cool. And, you know, a lot of this stuff here, like the wind turbines, this pizza piece on the top of the little pizzeria shack and all that stuff. And so I see a lot of mock value in this set. So, my final synopsis is this set is pretty good for what you get. You get 14 minifigures, you get lots of play value. And it's a collaborative build. So, my score on this, and I'm going to stick firm with it, is at an 8. 8 meaning because the stickers, some of these were pretty challenging to get on, and 2, the pieces were scratched. The pieces weren't scratched, it'd have been a 9 flat. If it was printed solid 10, it'd be worth whatever it is. I don't know what the retail price of this is, so look in the description for that. But even if it's at $200, I think it's just more you could spend time with the family. This would make a good evening project to do on a rainy day or if it's hot outside. Yeah, so I think honestly, this is a winner. It's not pretty looking. To me, it looks kind of random, but I'm looking at play value. And yeah, so I'd say my final score is at an 8 on this build. But I think it's the minifigures and accessories too. There's just plenty of stuff to do. Sign spins around. I wish this was printed though. And yes, I'm going to rip that off when I'm done. But yeah, I want to know what... Excuse me, I'm done now. I can yawn. I want to know what you guys and gals think of this set. Is this something you could put in your city? For me, I don't have a city, and 2, I don't know, I'd probably pull a couple of these ideas out of here, expand on some of these buildings, but like this I could see be using in an airport. This could probably be a corner of a, right here, the barbershop could be maybe the corner of a modular. The hotel, maybe the DJ mixing station. There's a lot of good ideas out of here, but just the way this looks, this is not something, I don't know, I just have mixed emotions on how it looks, but I'm looking at play value. But I want to know what you guys and gals think. Tell me in the comments below.